Welcome to Book Crew. We are on KCCC 9:30 a.m. in Carlsbad, New Mexico on Mondays at noon. We're available on YouTube and Rumble under the Task Force Geek banner. And by the time you hear this, we'll be on every major podcast aggregator out there. I am writer and marketing Jedi Dark Cooper, and I'm joined as always by author and editor Beth A. Freely. How are you doing, Beth?
I'm doing good, Dirk. How are you doing?
I'm doing good today. Yeah. We're doing this a little. We're recording this a little early. It's kind of rainy outside. It's a nice day. I like it.
It's not rainy here. It's nice and sunny here, but it is chilly. So,
you know, we were going to reveal your book, but something just occurred to me right before we got started.
What was that?
We should do that in our next episode that we record today because that one's coming earlier.
We could do that.
Right?
We can do that. Yep.
Okay. Yep. All right. Well, what I want to talk about first off here today is I've been reading a book called Plan a Profitable Book Launch, right? By Mandy Lynn and Bethany Adazeta. It is just a simple, straightforward list of things to go through when you're about to release a book, which I'm doing. I'm currently in the very middle of that. What's great about this is that, I mean, I'm not going to say that this has, like crazy wild ideas in it, but what it will do is give you the basics of what you can do to release a book. And, you're not going to use all the things. They give you all kinds of ideas to use, but they don't give you, like I said, you've probably heard of all of it, but they do a really good job of drilling down, and each of them give their own little kind of take on what works for them and what doesn't work. And it's interesting because one person will say, ARC readers is fantastic. And the other one will say, I don't know, I have a few ARC readers, that help me out on this sort of thing, but I don't put a lot of emphasis on it. So you get actually a couple of different views, and it kind of demonstrates to you, how frankly, every author is different. Every book is different, and the way that you put it out and what your audience is going to be a little bit different every time.
I try and promote before I put one out, but I am not that patient person. When my book is finished, I want it out.
You want to get it in the hand.
I want it out. I want it in my reader's hands. Which is why I don't use ARC readers or beta readers usually. Yeah. I might have one or two people read the book while I'm writing it, feed them chapters and everything. But for the most part, once I have my book finished, once I am ready and I'm comfortable with it and I don't feel the need to make any more tweaks on it, boom, it's out.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. I certainly want to get my book in everyone's hands right now, and it's fully written, but it's not laid out. So the one benefit of me doing a pre-release on the book is that I get it out there and I can start selling it while I'm doing the layouts and stuff for the book. Yeah. I just need a weekend basically to get through all of the layouts, I think, for this thing.
Well, the rate things are going
5 weeks.
With the rate things are going with this book, I might as well throw a pre-order up at this point because my goal is to have it finished hopefully by the middle of May so I can order copies of it to have with me for the first book signing. And
there it is.
At the rate I'm burning through this, I've already got the first draft done. At the rate I'm burning through the second draft, I'll meet that goal of middle of May, having it ready to go.
With Amazon and I think with Kobo, what they do is they take the sales, the pre-order sales that you have, and when you launch the book, you get the boost from those pre-orders.
Yeah.
So it'll say, oh, well, Beth has sold 10,000 copies of this thing before we ever released it.
How I wish.
And so they apply that to the algorithm so that when people are looking for, let's say, samurai romance, it will come to your book because you've already kind of greased the rails there.
If I do the pre-order, I'll probably do it through Draft to Digital because I haven't figured out how to do a pre-order through Ingram yet. So I'll do it through Drafted Digital and
and I don't. From what I'm reading, you can't do pre-orders with physical books, but you can do them with the.
You can do it on the ebooks.
You can do them with ebooks. Hey, let's get our guest in here.
Oh, we got to get Vic on here, man. She is a riot. She's a lot of fun to talk to, a lot of fun to work with, and you're gonna love her.
All right. Well, let me give the introduction. Vic Leigh is an American author and has worked in many fields throughout her life. She enjoys reading all authors, but romantic fiction and contemporary romance are her favorites. She is a mother, grandmother, publisher, and teacher. Her small town romance books are hot, spicy, and addictive. Vic Leigh, welcome to Book Group. Oh, let me get that ding.
I was going to say, get her on here.
How about we do the simple thing? And for whatever reason, I'm having some issues here.
Hi there.
Hello, how are you guys?
I'm doing good. Beth,
We're doing good.
Talk to Vic. I'm still not entirely awake. Talk to Vic because I'm going to get her. I'm going to get her links. I'm going to work on her links here.
Don't lose your phone. Get her links going. I don't know what we're going to do with him. So what do you got going on right now? What's
my hands are in too many things right now. I'm trying to get my book 2 out for my Defender series. I haven't written much lately, but I'm working on that one. And I've got several things in the fire for my publishing company. I'm working on a self-help book. It has been interesting.
That's a lot of stuff.
How's everything going with ASB? Because I am as one of your authors in there, as far as you selling my books and stuff. How are things going? Is it moving the way we were hoping it would? You were hoping it would?
It's a little slower than what I had hoped, but I haven't been able to promote as much as I wanted to. I'm in the middle of testing season at school, so it's been a little busy there too. Yeah, so it's springtime in Oklahoma is very interesting, to say the least. So hopefully I can get it up and going a little bit here in the next month or so. My goal is to have it going so well that I can quit teaching in the next 3 years.
Wow.
Nice. So tell everyone exactly what you're doing or what you're trying to do with the ASB Pub.
Okay, so ASB Publishing I started because I want to help indie authors. Indie authors have one of the hardest times getting their books out, getting them promoted. And as an indie author, I just want to help those that are having those problems, dealing with KDP or Drafted Digital, whichever one they're using. Sometimes they just have a hard time getting started. So I'm trying to help those that need the help as much as I can. I don't charge anything for my services. I ask that, I take a certain percentage. It's a very tiny percentage on book sales, but it's picking up just a little bit. I wish it'd pick up a little bit more. The bookstore has taken off a little bit better than the publishing side, so that's pretty exciting, just having indie authors. I mean, I've got them sending me paperbacks that I can put, hard copies in the bookstore and send them out from here. Basically, they make more money if they buy it from me and from the publishing house than they do from KDP or any other site. So
you're offering an indie bookstore through ASB. Publishing.
No, you're fine.
Very interesting. When did you start that?
I only started the bookstore probably in February, maybe.
Oh, okay. Just a few months.
Yeah, just recently. Yeah. Beth is one of my authors that I have in the bookstore, and I have ebooks and paperbacks if the authors want to share their paperbacks with me. And so it's been interesting. I'm not getting as much on the ebook side as I was hoping, but I have sold some paperbacks, so that's good.
What kind of books do you offer on there so far?
So far, we have several different genres. I have anything romance. That's from the not spicy at all, closed door, zero, zilch, all the way up to number 5, which is very open door, very spicy. So I've got all of those.
The door has been kicked open.
That would be your stuff, Dirk.
Yeah. So, and then I've got children's books. My granddaughter is an author now. She's written 2.
Cool.
2 books. Yeah. So I've got her on there.
How old is she?
She is going to be 13 in May.
And she's written 2 books.
2 books. Yes.
I love it.
Yep.
That is.
I'm so proud of her.
I mean, when I was 13, I wanted to write books, but I didn't do it. Of course, know, that when I was growing up, that was back during the age of gatekeeping. And it would have been impossible for me to get a book I mean, not impossible, I guess, but largely impossible to do, to get published. But now, you can, if you can do the work, there are ways to get your book out there for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's done a really great job. So I'm excited for her. I've just put up a couple of YA books. I mean, we got a great selection from most genres.
I'm going to, if people are interested in getting in, I mean, you're taking people who are interested in getting either listed in your bookstore or your help publishing, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's going to be at asbpub.com, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. And anyone who wants to work with Vic and ASB and but would also like to work with me as an editor, I am one of Vic's editors with ASB.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
You're gonna get a twofer.
Thing going. Definitely a twofer. Yeah.
All right, Vic. Let's go back some distance and tell me when you started writing and when did you write your first book?
That is so interesting because tomorrow is my 5th anniversary of publishing my first book.
Very
and we
cool.
are doing a hop on Facebook. So yeah.
You're doing a what?
We're doing a hop on Facebook.
A hop? Mm-hmm. Is this okay, explain what that is.
Well, a hop is where I think there's 10 authors get together. We hop around from different groups. And anybody who is on the group has to collect words from each of the groups. We gain followers, we gain readers. So it's kind of interesting because we get together with several other authors and everybody has to participate. And then they get ebooks. I mean, they get free books. Who doesn't want a free book?
Who doesn't want a free book, right? Yeah, exactly.
Free books are awesome.
Free books
Everybody wants a free book.
Yeah.
There. I had to move my camera because there was a line on my glasses and it was driving me crazy. Sorry.
How do you set a hop up?
Actually, I don't know. My PA does it for me.
No, that's cool. I'm going to look into that.
Yeah, they're pretty
Beth and
cool.
I need to be doing that. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
he's trying to draw me into these hops, but every time I sign up to do one or sign up to do a takeover, I will either forget or I'll go in there completely unprepared, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
Wow.
It does take a little bit of work, but not very much.
What was you?
I'd rather be writing.
Your first book, you released your first book 5 years ago.
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I looked at your website and I counted how many books you've written, and I could be way off, but on your website, there's 22 books.
There are.
Was that the correct number?
It is. That is correct.
Okay. So within 5 years, you've done 22 books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tell me what genres you've written in.
All of mine are pretty much contemporary romance with tons of spice in them. Lots of suspense, lots of thriller, mystery type stuff. Trying to figure out who did what. So
Okay, so it's got it also has mystery involved. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So tell us, I mean, 22 books is pretty in 5 years is pretty impressive. That's even more than Beth has done. And she does 10 books a week or something. I don't know. She
well,
does
and she does do a lot. She does tons of stuff. That doesn't include the anthologies that I've written in as well.
I was going to ask, does that include the anthologies that
no,
you've done and the
doesn't.
ones that you've got going this year? Yeah, like some of the books some of the stories I'm actually working on that list that I've shown you are actually pieces to go in the anthologies that Vic is releasing. Through that
cool.
ASB is releasing this year. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell us, pick a couple of those books, please, and give us the elevator pitch on both of those. So that like people are going to be hearing about you for the first time. Give them a couple of books that they can go grab and get caught up with on you.
Well, I have several series, but my latest series before the one I'm working on right now is the Stover Ranch. A lot of my books contain cowboys. A lot of people like cowboys. And Stover Ranch book 1 is probably one of my favorites. I wrote it on a whim because my cousin dared me to, so I did it. And it ended up being a series. So yeah. It's 4 brothers and a sister, and they've inherited a very large ranch in East Texas. And they come across a lot of interesting things like dead bodies and, kidnappings. There's lots of things involved on the Stover Ranch. Never know what's going to happen over there.
Cool. Very cool. What else?
It is a 5-book series. So
awesome.
Each brother and the sister all have a book of their own. So.
And then go ahead and tell us another series or another book that you want people to go check out.
One of my favorite standalones, I've got, I think 5, maybe 6 standalones. One of my favorites is Magnolia Cottage. It was one of the first standalones that I wrote. It was absolutely a piece of my heart. It's set in Kansas. Again, there's a cowboy in there, maybe 3 or 4. And she's inherited her aunt's property in Kansas. And in order to get it, somebody's trying to steal it. And so there's lots of mystery there. She gets shot at and, possibly kidnapped maybe. Security company comes in and helps out, which is a spinoff series that I started. Night Security, and so it's an interesting little story, and I just absolutely love it.
Can you tell us what your writing process is like? So, do you use notebooks or Word, or do you plot or not plot, and how do you edit, etc.?
I'm a pantser. I just start writing. Now, I do my characters. I get them, kind of lined out a little bit, but I pretty much just let it go. Whatever's in my head goes on the paper. So I use Word and just take off.
So you just sit down and start typing it and let it go.
Pretty much.
How much do you generate per day?
Lately, not very much. I really need to get busy. When I get sat down and really get focused, I can probably maybe do 7,000 to 10,000 words a day.
Wow. Yeah.
When I'm really moving. Yeah.
You bet.
I can get it out there. I used to type 110 words a minute. I'm not quite as
hello.
quick
Yeah. How typically how long is one of your books? How many words is one of your books?
Most of them are not less than 50,000, and it goes up. I think the biggest one is maybe 80,000 words.
Okay.
So they're not huge, and if you're a quick reader, you could probably read one of my books in a day.
That's my mom. My mom goes through a book a day. Still 88. She goes through a book a day.
That's awesome.
Oh gosh, I love it.
She is a voracious reader. Look, what is 22 books in 5 years. What's your advice to other writers who, are just trying to get the ball rolling?
Don't stop. Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
If you've got an idea, go with it. Somebody wants to read what you want to write.
Yeah, for sure. Writers are one of the worst crowd of being, on one hand, very, very talented and very resourceful, but on the other hand, worried constantly that whatever they're putting on the page is not good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the imposter syndrome.
Exactly.
Yep. Horrible imposter syndrome. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I get it all the time.
And I feel like even Dean Koontz and Stephen King and, all of the people that I feel like they go through that as well. And I can prove it with Stephen King because he wrote those Richard Bachman books to see if his books were selling because they had his name on it or if they were selling because people enjoyed his books. That's the exact reason why he wrote under a pen name. So he was even experienced it like, oh, I'm a successful author, but did I just, did lightning strike me and I got lucky, or am I actually good? So it happens at all levels. I think it's good advice to just get it out there.
Just keep writing, don't stop.
And it seems like to me that you're just making the time to write no matter what. So if you're just busy as can be, then you write a little bit. And if you have your full day, then you write a lot.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vic, can I jump in here for a second there?
Sure. Yeah.
We have, you're starting something new with ASB, something I kind of prodded you into doing, which is the Shared World series. Let's talk about that for a minute or two. Again,
I am
Cowboys.
so excited about that. Surprising. I know. I'm super excited about the Shared World. The whole cowboy thing is, I just love cowboys anyway. But Chasing the Rodeo anthology, it's going to be absolutely fantastic. We've got some really great writers that are coming on. I'm still looking for some, and I may have to pick up another book.
We're doing it as standalone books in the series, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So by an anthology, it's not one book with a bunch of short stories. It's a series of books in the world, in the same world.
Yeah, in the same world. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be 12 books. We'll start January and publish through December of next year.
Wow. And what is the subject, or what ties the books together?
They all have to be on the rodeo circuit in Wyoming, and they have to have some kind of connection through that rodeo circuit that runs through that area. So it's going to be fun.
That's cool. And Beth, you have a book coming up?
I'm writing
one of the 10 books she's writing this week.
I know, right? I'm loving it. She's joined all
September of next year.
she has joined all my anthologies, and I'm absolutely loving it. And she'll send me a message. Okay, which one am I supposed to be writing? Because which one's coming up next? And so it's I love it.
So how do you coordinate something? I mean, that sounds like you're talking about working with 12 authors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you coordinate something like that? That sounds like a lot.
Well, originally we send out a Google spreadsheet or a form to see who's interested, and if they want to sign up for one. We will probably have like a Zoom meeting at some point just to kind of make sure everybody's kind of in the same area and we're working on the same kind of, what we're wanting for that Chasing the Rodeo. It's It takes a little bit of time, but it's a lot of fun.
I helped Vic pull it together based on all of the Shared World series that I've done.
Yeah.
Like Dirty Professor and everything.
Sure.
And, Vic and I sat down and we worked through all the details and, basically came up with the ideas. We have the covers even already. One of my cover artists, I said, Vic, meet Stephanie. Stephanie, meet Vic. And, we've already got the 12 covers. So, we're working through trying to get more writers to come on board and, come play in our sandpit, so to speak.
I would like to try something like that, but I am not a fast writer. And let me revise that. I am a fast writer, but I have so many other things going on that, that takes my time and stuff that I don't grind through it quick enough. But I would love to do something like that. I'm thinking about jumping on board one of those things or trying to, but I got to find the right genre to do it. But I think it'd be
the right one.
Yeah. I think it'd be fun to do it. Depending on what the thing is. Like Beth worked on something where it was like a biker gang with what the
Vampire
heck?
Bike. It was all female. It was
all female biker
all
gang.
Female biker gang, and they were vampires.
I mean that I could write. That I could write. I could do that. That is very much up my. I mean, I'm surprised that I didn't come up with that. That's very much up my alley.
I'll remember that because I'm actually planning on taking that anthology piece and turning it into a series and possibly doing a shared world.
Are you really?
So I'll remember that.
Okay, well,
yeah, I'll remember that.
Let me tell you something. I can nail that. I guarantee you.
I'm going to drag Vic into that one too.
I don't know that I could do vampires, but I could try.
Yes, you can.
Oh
you
my
can
gosh!
She just falls in love with a cowboy. I mean, we know how
nothing
to do
about. Yeah, there's nothing about any of that I couldn't nail. I think that would be. I just think. I think it would be. I think that it would be fun to work with a bunch of other writers and coordinate also. With. I mean, for me, the networking and the promotional opportunities, and especially if you get a group of people who know what they're doing, then you automatically give them your followers and they give you theirs. And on something that we haven't done, Beth, but we certainly could, is we could have a panel where we get together 5 or 6 authors from an anthology series and talk about the anthology and about their books and all that sort of stuff.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
You'll get dug into that too.
And then to talk to whoever is coordinating it. And because I think that's probably something that writers would be interested in. Vic, I noticed that you have a newsletter sign up on your site. We haven't had a chance to talk about this with our writers so far. Tell us, what kind of content that you put on your newsletter, and tell us how valuable a newsletter is to a writer.
My newsletter hasn't been as valuable to me until just probably the last year. My PA has really worked her hiney off on getting some followers, and it's absolutely blown up. We have a free ebook in there if you sign up. You get one of my ebooks for free. A lot of the content it's like if I have a new release coming out, that's going to be in there. I always promote other authors, different genres. It doesn't have to be romance. We always put 2 or 3 authors in there, just promoting what they've got coming out. Again, I try to promote those indie authors as much as possible everywhere. I have always been an advocate for the indie author ever since I started, because I had people that were there to help me when I first started. So it was, I'm trying to give back. So, we have the anthologies are listed in my newsletter. You're going to find all kinds of things in there if you sign up for it. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. Yeah, we should. Speaking of panels, we should definitely have a panel together on newsletters. The good thing about for people who don't have one or don't know what's going on there, um, you know, when you're an author and you're on social media, you're on someone else's platform. And you can get kicked off of that platform. You can get throttled on that platform. You know, or the platform can cease to exist. That's happened. I mean, for some of us who've been around since like MySpace or Friendster or Google Circles, Google Plus, I guess they called it.
Yeah.
You know, the platform can go away. It can completely go away. But your newsletter, you own. You own the newsletter. You own the people who are on your newsletter. And you're speaking directly to people who are interested in your work. That is incredibly valuable. And if you build it, even if you haven't released a short story or a book or anything, get started on your newsletter right this second. Start building that newsletter list, because that is so valuable to you. And it's not people that that are, casually interested. Typically people who join newsletters, that is your target audience. Those are your biggest. Yeah. Those are your super fans that want to want to clog their inbox with your stuff. And so that is very valuable. They're looking forward to hearing from you. And there are very few avenues where that can happen.
Yeah. And I've gone to sending mine out 2 times a month because I had so much interest in it. So, we've got it going out on the 1st and the 15th of every month, and there's always something new in there.
You've mentioned your PA a couple of times. What does your PA do for you, and how did you find this person?
Megan is absolutely probably the best PA I've ever had, and she's probably the 8th or 9th one I've had to go through to get to her. We actually met through another company, and I absolutely loved her. I hooked on to her, and I grabbed her and said, "You can't go anywhere. I don't care what else you do. You're mine." You're mine. She does everything. She is absolutely wonderful, and she works another job, so she's busy all the time. But she does everything. She does my newsletter. She keeps my posts going on my group. She does some TikToks every once in a while. That's another thing I don't do a lot of is TikToks, but probably should. She just does everything. She keeps me on track is what she does. She'll ask me a question. I'll go, "Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Beth, you need a PA, sister."
I actually just picked one up. I'm in the process of getting everything organized so that she can take over my social media and my newsletter for me. So I finally broke down and got a PA.
Good.
Yeah.
So,
good. Yeah.
So where do you find one? Let's say you're interested.
Actually, you can go to asbpub.com and find a lot of PAs on my list.
Really? Yes. Very interesting. Yeah.
We have a service provider list. Yeah, we've got it all on there.
What kind of, I mean, I know that it's probably a huge wide range, but what are you looking at in like at the low end to the medium end of how much you're going to have to pay to have a good PA? Personal assistant, by the way, for people who want to know what PA means.
So most of them have like a schedule. Like if you want like a part-time PA, you might pay $50 a month. I mean, it's not, they're going to put maybe 2 or 3 posts up every so often, not very often. They're not going to be as present. And it goes all the way up from there. Megan posts, I think, pretty much every day or every other day in my group on Facebook. She does a TikTok about once every 2 or 3 weeks. which, I need to be doing as much as she is, but I haven't had time. She's on Instagram all the time posting things. So anything that's on Instagram or Facebook, pretty much Megan has done it. She's great at graphics. She's great at videos. She's just absolutely wonderful. I can't say enough great things about her.
That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Well, we're almost to the end here. I told you it would go quick. Tell everyone. I have about 4 or 5 more questions for you, but our time is up. Vic, tell everyone where they can find you, where your website is. Tell them about ASB. Why did I say ASN? ASB.
I don't know.
ASBpub.com is my publishing company. You can get all my books on there. You can also get other authors' books at the bookstore on there. I try to promote all my indie authors as much as I possibly can.
Very cool. And then you getting in touch with you is they can go to Vic Leigh Books, Leigh, right?
Leigh.
Leigh books.com to do your thing. And there's also a link tree. It's VICLEIGH. There you go.
Yep.
That has all the goodies. And there's a lot of stuff out there, folks.
There's all the goodies.
All the goodies.
Is there anything else that you'd like to push before we wrap things up?
I don't think so. I think we've covered everything. This has been great. I love it.
Vic, it's been a pleasure to have you on here. I'm anxious to get you back on here. So
anytime.
We will definitely have you on for one of these panels that we're talking about a bunch of panels. Mm-hmm. It's about time that we start kind of pulling the trigger on that.
We certainly need to start pulling the trigger on the panels.
When we first started this thing, we had no idea what the response was going to be. And so we kind of front loaded a lot of interviews, which was wonderful, by the way. But we're going to start doing some panels and some other, things on kind of some interesting topics and stuff here very soon.
I can't wait. That sounds like fun.
And we want you involved.
I will be involved.
Yes, definitely want you
involved. Holler at me.
Awesome.
We will do it.
Hey, I know how to get hold of you.
There you go. Well, right. That's right. Beth, tell everyone how to find you, please.
Hey, you can find me at bethannfreely.com, BETHANNEFREELY.com if you're looking for all of my books. If you're looking for editing and website and branding services, you can find me at themusesfunhouse.com with Dirk. You can also find me in the usual haunts, LinkedIn, Twitter, Blue Sky, Threads. Look for B.A. Freely, again, Freely, or just go to my link tree, B.A. Freely. You can find me there.
Cool. I'm at writeworks.dirkhooper.com. My erotic author pen name is asherlake.net. You can find me at the Muses Funhouse, offer social media marketing and a bunch of other stuff. I'm at Dirk Hooper Plus. That's the plus is spelled out PLUS on X, and I'm just about everywhere else that you can imagine as well. I did not give away all of my addresses, and one of our guests found me at Dirk Hooper every place, and I will just warn you that some of my at Dirk Hooper accounts are spicy, so adults only. If you start looking through the internet for me, that's perfectly fine, but just be prepared. Before we go, I want to say that Beth A. Freely is offering editing and book trailer services, and I'm offering author branding and social media management at themusesfunhouse.com. And I'd like to invite everyone to join and participate on our new Book Crew Facebook group. You can get updates about the show, insight from working authors, including Beth and me, and post about your own book projects. Please post your book projects there. I can't believe that's not clogged with book projects. Please come post that there. It's at facebook.com/group/Book Crew Podcast. Join and tell your author friends. Thanks to our guest, Vic Leigh. For Beth A. Freely, I'm Dirk Hooper saying, dream hard.